Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate support. Guys, it ain't no surprise that the world is going to crap, especially stuff that's happening in the United States with people just feeling as though they have the right to take something that ain't theirs, touch something that ain't theirs, or touch somebody that don't belong to them and invade people's personal space. Would you agree or disagree? This story right here is something I seen last night, on my news feed, and I couldn't believe it. And it happened in downtown LA this past weekend, where they got some buildings, I think they called the Graffiti Towers or something. And it's an unfinished project, like 3 high-rise buildings. And police have to patrol this thing to stop people from doing all kind of crazy stuff, like breaking in there, damaging the equipment, and so on and so forth. Normal police stuff, protecting property. Well, an officer was protecting, sitting down there and guarding it at night, like a security guard or something. And some random dude just came down the street, jumped in the car, attempted to steal it, while it had an officer in it. Now, I don't know if it was 1 or 2. That's the confusing part. Was it 2 officers out there or 1? But either way, it was a cop in the car already. And this dude jumps in the car, takes off. They get to fighting in the car or whatever. The car crashes into a bunch of cars, still keeps going, then crashes into look like a pole or something. This guy jumps out and takes off, and a foot chase ensues. Only before he crashed in his final place of parking the vehicle or crashing the vehicle did the officer jump out and receive minor injuries. Now, I'm going to show you this video, and you cannot tell me this don't remind you of Grand Theft Auto, the video game. Take a look at this.
We began this morning with breaking news in downtown LA this morning, where a person is in custody after police say they stole a patrol car, led officers on a pursuit, and then crashed into several other cars. NBC4's Tracy Leong live in downtown with a look at the aftermath. Tracy, this is serious. How's everyone out there? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Michelle. Well, as you can see, this is still a very active scene. The cars that person who stole the car this morning, those are still here, as well as that patrol car. If you take a look, you can see there's just debris scattered across this road. We're on Figueroa Street near 8th Street. My photographer, Juan, is zooming in to that patrol car. That's where, right after it crashed, it came down there. Police are blocking that area off. And then if we pan down this street, just about a half block down, this is where 2 cars, clearly a lot of damage. Their airbags went off. This is where that patrol car, the man in the stolen patrol car, he hit these 2 cars as he was leading officers on a short pursuit. This all happened around 3:30 this morning. I just talked to a lieutenant, and he told me that an officer was on a call this morning on 12th and Figueroa when the man came out of nowhere and 3:30 this morning decided to jump in their car. That car was still running and the officer was in the car, and then he took off. Now, somehow that female officer who was in there managed to get injured, or somehow she fell out of the car. Police are still working to investigate how that happened. But LAPD then chased this man just several blocks down. He ended up crashing into several cars that are still here on the scene with that patrol car. Now, at least 3 people were injured during that collision. They were taken to the hospital, we're told, with minor injuries. Police say the man who stole the car, he then tried to run, but was arrested and taken into custody. Now, back out here live, police tell us that the officer who was injured, they don't know the extent of her injuries. We're waiting on that, and it's unclear how long this section of Figueroa and 8th Street will be closed off. This happened around 3:30, so already it's been closed for about 4 hours right now. But that's the very latest out here. Michelle reporting live in downtown LA. Back to you.
That's the story, and I don't even know what to call, I don't even know how to call this for real. Because in the beginning, I was saying, okay, before I really looked at the story and I looked at the headline, I'm like, yo, one of these cops need to get fired. Now, I don't know if it was one or two. I think it was two because they said a foot chase ensued. And when the lady jumped out the car, supposedly the female cop jumped out the car, she was hurt. The only way he could really drive that car is if he got into the passenger seat, which they said it was left running. So it must have been an officer there he didn't see. But either way, man, I guess he was tired of walking. He was like, yo, look, I got to get mine. But who the hell steals a police car? You see that a lot, especially out there in LA. They'll take a police car like it's nothing. Other places too. What kind of thinking you got? Seriously. They caught this dude hiding in the bushes. He ran and tried to hide in some hedges. Now, there's another article out here that has him sitting on the curb in handcuffs. I should have used that article to let you see what he looked like, but I can't find it. This guy looked like a regular, everyday white dude to me. He had glasses on, just a regular looking dude. Didn't look like, you know, the prototypical criminal or how somebody would look that would do something outside their mind. So I don't know if he had mental illness or not. But I mean, he ran hitting the bushes when they followed him in the foot pursuit. So obviously got to be crazy in addition to stealing the police car and tearing a whole bunch of people up in traffic. They have nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? They haven't released the name of this guy. He might be dead. Them LAPD cops might have beat him into submission after all the cameras and stuff left. But either way, man, I mean, you're starting to see more like anarchist behavior out here. It's like people are not scared of jail no more. And like, you know, I'm a big person that would push to change a lot of the stuff out here as far as laws are concerned. Because a lot of these laws were made, keep it real, decades ago when people acted different and they thought different. So we need to redo these laws. Leave me a comment in the comments section if y'all believe that this is a different type of human being out here. And they need a different type of punishment. I'm all for extreme punishments because people are crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they don't care. Incarceration is not the key to me to a lot of this stuff that people are doing out here that is as heinous as it comes. It's not. And nobody should be on the hook for taxpayer dollars to be feeding people that don't care if their freedom's taken or not, because obviously they don't care about taking lives out here or endangering other people in the devilment that they do. I don't see no end in sight with this. No magical unicorn colored rainbow powder is going to fly down and change everybody's opinion. When you have children that are unruly, when they're younger, if you don't put into them what's right and wrong, you get stuff like this. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? You can't teach a grown man or grown woman, you know, that's set in their ways. That's the way I see it. Give me a comment. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is some lunacy. See you in the next video. Take care.